Have you ever seen Wolverine as a child? 6 sharp claws pierced the boy's tender skin. This is Wolverine's first awakening. The mother tried to stop it on the side, but it was too late. Wolverine lunged at the unfamiliar man, stabbing his claws into his chest. However, what the boy didn't expect was that the man he killed, his own father, turned out to be his biological father. The boy was unsure whom to believe at that moment, and he ran out of the house without looking back. His brother, Sabretooth, chased after him, leading his brother away from their hometown to seek a brand new life. In a chaotic world, the two brothers killed countless enemies on the battlefield. With their extraordinary combat abilities and healing powers, they became true kings of the battlefield. However, Wolverine noticed that his brother was becoming more and more wrong. His methods of killing became extremely brutal, and his targets were not only enemies, but even innocent women. Even the officers who came to dissuade him were killed. Although Wolverine was dissatisfied with his brother's actions, they depended on each other. He still stood by his brother's side. Colonel William learned about their abilities and invited them to join the Special Forces. This is Wolverine's first mission. The mission is to eliminate a smuggling syndicate. Agent Zero takes the stage first. He slowly raises his hands, appearing to surrender, but suddenly grabs his gun. In the instant he raises the gun, he pulls the trigger, clearing all enemies on both sides of the fence. Then, he tosses out the empty magazine, throws the gun into the air, and swiftly reloads with a new magazine. His movements are seamless and fluid. Agent Zero starts a graceful leap, spins midair with style, and as he lands, all enemies meet their end. The tank operator, witnessing this scene, hastily presses the ignition button, but Blob is already blocking the barrel. A punch seals off the cannon, and the tank explodes. The team proceeds smoothly into the elevator, heading straight to the top floor. Inside the office, the henchmen who received the message are ready, awaiting the moment the door opens to pull the trigger. This is the first time witnessing Deadpool's strength. The elevator is surrounded, and Deadpool is the first to emerge, wielding dual blades with a whirlwind of speed. He deflects every bullet effortlessly, creating sparks and lightning along the way. He reaches the main boss in no time. It's only then that Wolverine learns the true purpose of their mission. It's all for a piece of stone. Under interrogation, the main boss reveals that the stone comes from a meteorite in space. Following a clue, they arrive at a desolate island. Gathering all the villagers together, they demand the village chief to surrender the remaining meteorites, but he refuses. The colonel orders the village to be slaughtered. In the face of carnage, Sabretooth is excited. Wolverine never figured the colonel would pull this. He didn't sign up for the team to go around killing folks for no reason. At a crucial moment, he intervenes and stops him. Wolverine removes a necklace, leaves the team, and no matter how his brother calls out, Wolverine doesn't turn back. This is the first time Wolverine becomes an ordinary person. He lives in the countryside, making a living by logging, and he becomes romantically involved with Silver Fox. 6 years pass, and the colonel appears once again. He informs Wolverine that members of the Special Forces have been systematically killed, and Wolverine might be the next target. Wolverine turns away, not believing the colonel's words. The next day, in the bushes, Wolverine finds a wolf's head, and behind it lies Silver Fox's body. Wolverine seeks revenge, and based on claw marks on a car, he deduces his brother as the murderer. He confronts his brother, asking why he killed Silver Fox. His brother responds, blaming Wolverine for betraying him. Wolverine reveals his claws, and Sabretooth, unwilling to back down, throws Wolverine out of the door, leading to a brutal fight between the two brothers. After years of not being in battle, Sabretooth dominates, rubbing Wolverine's face against the ground, even breaking 3 of Wolverine's claws with a kick. Wolverine, in pain, faints. He is taken to the hospital by a kind person, but the doctors find no wounds on Wolverine's body. At this moment, the colonel appears and proposes to make Wolverine stronger. This is the scene where Wolverine undergoes transformation. On the operating table, the colonel informs Wolverine that the meteorite they found is made of the toughest adamantium alloy in the world. Because of your superhuman healing ability, only you can control this alloy. Injecting the alloy into Wolverine's body is like a rebirth. Wolverine's hands and feet are bound, immersed in a tank of water. Over a dozen red-hot steel needles are plunged directly into the bone marrow, followed by the injection of meteorite liquid. The man can't make a sound, and his entire body trembles uncontrollably. This kind of pain would be unbearable for an ordinary person, but he is Wolverine. To avenge his beloved Silver Fox, he endures the excruciating pain. His bones transform into adamantium metal, but the colonel is not willing to let him go. He orders the erasure of Wolverine's memories, turning him into a killing machine for his own use. Although Wolverine hears these words loud and clear, he struggles to break free from all restraints. Roaring as he stands up, security personnel immediately open fire. But Wolverine's body is now indestructible. Combined with sharper adamantium claws, in less than a minute, he eliminates all security, cuts through 50-centimeter thick steel plates, and escapes from the laboratory. Wolverine unexpectedly finds himself without clothes. Taking refuge in a nearby farmer's warehouse, the farmer takes him in, and Wolverine is deeply grateful. Little did he know that he would bring them trouble. 2 bullets pierce through the glass, hitting the hearts of the farmer and his wife. A helicopter hovers above the roof, drops a bomb, and in the instant of the explosion, fire engulfs everything. Wolverine rides a motorcycle, escaping the inferno, dodging machine gun fire, but an armored vehicle and a helicopter block his path. Wolverine is forced to use his claws as brakes, turns the bike around, and decides to confront the threat. Wolverine approaches the side of the armored vehicle, slicing through one side of the wheels with his steel claws. The armored vehicle immediately overturns, nearly colliding with the helicopter. Wolverine jumps onto a tank, intending to bring down the aircraft, but a missile flies towards him, using the explosion's shockwave to his advantage. Wolverine leaps high into the air, severs the helicopter's propellers, then covers the ground with gasoline, drops a lighter, and regardless of the ensuing explosion, a Truman never looks back. Wolverine's teammates are truly formidable. Blob has ballooned into a human hot air balloon, casually lifting his belly to send Wolverine flying 10 meters away from him. Wolverine learns that for many years, Sabretooth has been by the Colonel's side, assisting him in capturing mutants. However, the specific purpose remains unknown, with the only clue being that all mutants are concentrated on a mysterious island. Through Phantom's network of connections, they locate the only mutant who escaped from the island, Gambit. At the first glance, Gambit notices Wolverine's necklace, and, without listening to Wolverine's explanation, launches an attack, with just a few small playing cards hitting Wolverine. He feels the impact as if they weigh a ton. Wolverine is thrown into an alley, coincidentally running into Sabretooth, who is targeting Phantom. Wolverine reveals his steel claws, piercing Sabretooth's hand and pinning him to the wall. At this point, Sabretooth is no longer a match for Wolverine. Wolverine is furious. Just as he's about to claw Sabretooth's throat, Gambit descends from above, providing Sabretooth with an opportunity to escape. Wolverine wants to pursue, but Gambit blocks him with a staff. Wolverine shatters the staff with a swing. Knowing that Gambit is no match for him, Gambit climbs a ladder, attempting to escape. Wolverine, unwilling to let him go, continuously destroys the ladder. Gambit reluctantly agrees to take Wolverine to the island, only to discover that the deceased Silver Fox has reappeared. Wolverine is momentarily unable to distinguish reality from illusion, until the Colonel speaks. As it turns out, Silver Fox was intentionally placed by the Colonel's side. She can control the hearts of humans and, through feigned death, lured Wolverine into participating in the experiment, making him the ultimate weapon. Wolverine is shocked to learn that the woman he deeply loves has been deceiving him all along. Furious, he leaves, unaware that Silver Fox has her own reasons. Before Wolverine gets too far, a painful scream halts his steps, leading him back to the laboratory for another confrontation with Sabretooth. In this moment, Wolverine's strength is at its peak. Fueled by intense anger, Sabretooth is no match for him, and Wolverine easily subdues him. With his claws about to pierce Sabretooth's major artery, Silver Fox intervenes. "You're not a beast, are you?" Wolverine finally regains his sanity, retracts his claws, and knocks out Sabretooth with a punch. Silver Fox finally has the chance to confess the truth. She cooperated with the Colonel because he threatened her sister. Silver Fox genuinely loves Wolverine. Seeing his beloved with teary eyes, Wolverine chooses to forgive. He heads to the underground prison. Wolverine charges forward with a claw, slashing through all the prison cells and freeing all the mutants, preparing to lead them out. However, the enhanced version of Deadpool is already waiting at the door. If not for his mouth being sealed shut, Wolverine would have a hard time enduring Deadpool's verbal attacks. Wolverine clenches his fists, ready for a fight. To his surprise, Deadpool's hands also have steel claws, longer than his own. The moment Wolverine clashes with him, he realizes Deadpool is much stronger, inheriting not only Wolverine's potent healing ability, but also displaying greater agility. Wolverine climbs up the nuclear power plant, but Deadpool instantly appears behind him, using a teleportation ability reminiscent of Phantom's. How come he can do that too? Wolverine sighs and re-enters combat mode, unable to find Deadpool's weaknesses. Wolverine is once again ruthlessly beaten and pinned to the ground, in the intense showdown between Wolverine and Deadpool, who ultimately comes out on top. Unexpectedly, Wolverine begins to lose ground in the fight. At this moment, Sabretooth, Wolverine's brother, suddenly appears, He pushes Deadpool into a chimney and grabs Wolverine, who was on the verge of falling, shouting loudly, "Only I can kill you." This time, the bond between brothers proves strong, as they fight back to back. However, Deadpool's teleportation ability proves formidable, making him untouchable. What's even more fearsome is Deadpool's laser eye functionality. A red laser beam illuminates the entire sky, and Wolverine's adamantium claws barely manage to block the laser. Deadpool approaches Sabretooth, activating his laser eyes again. Sabretooth is pinned to the ground and unable to get up. Seeing his brother on the verge of giving in, Wolverine secretly moves behind Deadpool, leaps high into the air, and decapitates Deadpool. Deadpool's body and head fall from the sky, and the laser eyes destroy the nuclear power plant. In the end, the two jump down from the power plant, concluding this intense showdown. Wolverine successfully kills the enhanced version of Deadpool with his adamantium claws, but Silver Fox, his beloved, is severely injured. Wolverine holds Silver Fox, preparing to leave, but a bullet hits his heart. Roaring, he lunges towards the Colonel, only to be shot in the head. The adamantium bullet used is incapable of killing Wolverine, but can erase his memory. Subsequently, the Colonel aims at Silver Fox, but her superpower takes control. Although she could retaliate, Silver Fox shows mercy, making the Colonel drop the gun and issue an order for him to keep walking until his feet bleed. Never able to stop, Wolverine, now in a coma, eventually wakes up, having lost all memories. The dog tag says Wolverine, and even the deceased Silver Fox lying nearby remains unrecognized. Yet, an unexplained sorrow lingers in his heart. Silver Fox's fate is sealed on the island. In the end, Wolverine and Gambit leave the place, while other rescued mutants encounter Professor X, marking the official start of the X-Men. The film concludes with the title, X-Men Origins, Wolverine. I recommend everyone to check out the original movie. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, goodbye.